This is a quick walkthrough of how neural machine translation engines can be set up using Microsoft Azure. Here at Argo Translation, if clients or customers of ours are looking to do machine translation, we don't simply toss content at one of the openly or widely available uh, machine translation engines like Google. You should be very concerned, of course, because if someone were to use your materials by using the public domain Google translation engine, you should know that all of your content would be available in the public domain. So a smarter approach would be to use something where the content isn't shared. And Microsoft Azure and the custom translator is one such solution. And this is great because it's using the neural machine translation engine, so it uses AI and machine learning to improve. But one very important component also is that you train the engine. So in other words, if you have content that's been translated by humans, you can take the translation memory database, so that's the resulting database that occurs from human translation, and import that document or that content into the engine to help train or help to improve the output. So let's go ahead and jump in, and I've done that. I went in and set up a project, and I uploaded two translation memory databases, one with medical technical content and one with manufacturing content. And then I set up a model, and what the model does is it consolidates the information, looks at the basically creates a blue score and a baseline score. So really you can start to measure what you have or how strong of a engine you will have or you've created. So something that's important to note: you do have a category ID, and of course that is how you access the project. So it's very easy. We should go over a little bit about how you educate or how you train the model. So you simply go to this Documents section and you upload files. And you get to choose, are you training, testing, tuning? Are you uploading a phrase dictionary or sentence dictionary? You really get to pick what it is that you're including in the project. You choose your language pair, and then you can provide parallel data. So parallel data would be, think if you had, say, an Excel spreadsheet with 100 rows, and then you had the matching 100 rows in another language, in this case Dutch. You could upload the two files and essentially an alignment would take place, and that material would be used to train the engine. Or if you have translation memory files, so that would be a TMX, that's the translation memory exchange file format. That's the database format that's standard to our industry. Or you could also upload an XLIF, which is an XML variant that is standard to the translation industry, and think of that as a bilingual or a multilingual file. In other words, you'll have the source and then the subsequent translation, so it essentially is like an aligned file. So you can upload those file types right to the project, and then you can add them to your model. And once you've done that, you have a machine translation engine that's far better than just taking the plain vanilla engine that's provided by Microsoft. And of course, as you're adding human translations, of course, the performance should continue to improve. In our next session, we'll look at a way to help improve this over time by using the content that you're translating and creating glossaries as a first step.